are truly limitless. Oh, gender balance, yes. Women in STEM is very important. We need more females in the STEM areas. And so that's a big focus for us. But we saw in the application process, it's very unique. In the United States, it's mainly female teachers, very few males. Whereas here in Brazil, we saw more male applicants versus females, and it could be because of STEM. So we had 40% female, 60% male, so 4 out of the 10 are female in both Brazil and Nigeria. And these teachers, we have one teacher, Rashadat, is teaching at an all-girls school. And what's very unique about that is one of our limitless teachers here from the United States, she teaches at an all-girls school as well. So they are connecting, collaborating, and we get to go to their school tomorrow on Thursday and teach her girls at her all-girls school. So we're very excited to bring STEM and SACE to young ladies to say, you can do this too. Don't be afraid. Because failure is an option. We learn so much from our mistakes, and we want to empower young ladies as well to be able to take those chances.
All right, next question.
Okay, my name is
If you limit it to one, so
and I'll read it short. So, knowing the opportunities of STEM in Nigeria, you can't say it's limitless, but it doesn't have much space because if you look at the curriculum in Nigeria, it has not been fully integrated. So what we need more now is the practicals. Because we have much of theories in Nigeria, we need practicals, and if we have practicals that we are looking at made of instruments. Now she is fortunate enough to teach chemistry. We will probably go to some of our secondary schools with annual meetings. So, in the time advocacy, what are you doing to actually bridge this gap? Because we will need more equipment to teach practicals. We have the personnel, we have the resource, but that's still infrastructure is still missing. So, what are you going to do to help students?
Thank you very much. Very good question. So, first of all, when you say we have the theoretical side of stuff, what we are seeing from what the teachers themselves are telling us, the curiosity is the tip of the conversation. So the theoretical doesn't stop. You keep building on it. I think the step in terms of the equipment, infrastructure. When I went to school, they had full-blown labs, with the titration sets and all. In Nigeria, it's not the case anymore. That is recognized. And this is where companies like IHS and other companies need to step up. The good thing with it is that this program has the blessing, the participation in terms of even the selection of the teachers, the endorsements of the Federal Ministry of Education, the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, the National Space Research and Development Agency, all endorse the program. So the government side, that support is there. They think the encouragement that IHS will give itself and other private sector companies is to support initiatives like this, to provide the equipment to the secondary schools and even the primary schools. I know that for a number of schools, they can also look within the whole students' associations. I think myself and a number of my peers, we have very active associations that continue to support the schools through different means. But that's the kind of, when we say it's a collaborative effort, because what we are looking at is not the next generation of our children, but the next generation of Nigerian children. I hope that helps. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. This one.
Not interested in any way out of this question. Just one question.
The intention would be to sustain it. I don't think the one part gets us there. I think we're going to see how this goes and bring it to full fruition. See what's the areas of need, where we can plug the gaps. And areas maybe we're going in the wrong direction in one or two, where we can bring those back up and try to focus on other areas. But if you look at it, the median age in Nigeria is 18. Meaning we have a lot of young minds to fill with knowledge. Okay, so there's a lot of work to do. And again, I keep talking about collaboration. We found a fantastic partner here. And as I spoke earlier on about all the different initiatives that IHS is doing in the educational field, I'm sure the other institutions also doing similar work or different work in terms of the educational realm. But this is one that I think will go far. I have been especially impressed with what I have heard today from the various beneficiaries of this program. For me, it was mind-blowing just listening. I mean, listening to two. I've been fortunate to listen to all of them. As Silva said, each one brings a different story to the table, and they're all amazing stories. So I don't think it's going to work.
Right, gentleman from technical.
A lot has been brought and beneficiary among others. My question is, how do we transfer all the work that has been doing over time to solving practical problems in the economy and in the economy and agriculture in Nigeria? Because schools, STEM is not limited to just teaching the children. We have a lot of problems, STEM in the fields in the country. How do we gather this knowledge and apply to solving practical problems, basically for instance agriculture? How do we use it as a base and then solve our education?
Alright, Maranatha was here.
Okay, to respond to this, I think we had an experiment that we carried out, and each of us picked a topic that would carry out such experiment, and that would be carried out in the International Space Station. Particularly for my school and my students, I think we worked on the floating of paper clips on water and want to see if microgravity would affect the floating of those paper clips on water. And the concept there is surface tension. Another concept there is how to see if the bond between the water molecules will still hold in microgravity. And one of the things we saw and were looking at as a solution, especially to agriculture, is looking at hydroponics. That is planting of crops on water. We all know that we've been actually having challenges with security, and farmers don't have the opportunity to actually toil their lands, farm safely, and so we could look at that as a solution. If we can go into hydroponics, as planting of other crops or vegetable on the surface of the water, so that we'll be able to. So that's actually one solution that we drive from there. So it's all encompassing, like we earlier mentioned. It's to spark up the creativity of our learners. One of them came and met me and said while she was showing a video, he saw that the astronauts were floating, and he said, how about making shoes for them that would be able to pull them down and make them feel like walking normal like we do? And I said it's actually a solution that we can provide. So if I'm able to help that child through with enough information, that can also bring about innovations and also provide solutions to problems that we actually face even here on Earth or in the first place.
Thank you. I will take one more question, but just to remind us that, right after now, we'll have a stakeholder roundtable where we'll be discussing some of what has been mentioned here, as well as how we want to embed this into the education curriculum in Nigeria. So I know all the journalists will still be around, so we'll still have time to get more insights on this. So, you.
What was the financial budget and how feasibility is going forward?
I don't think you can place a value to it. Because we're talking about exponential growth now in terms of the number of children. But how do you put the monetary value?
The training, what kind of financial?
Yes, that's that. I'm speaking to the same field. We're just coming at it from different angles. I think it should suffice to say that at IHS we actually feel privileged to have been able to support us, and that we have the means to do it. Again, is also a testament to Nigeria itself. Don't forget, IHS started in Nigeria, it started in Lagos in 2001. We're operating in 10 countries across the world now. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We're market leaders in 7 of the markets that we operate in. For a company that started in Nigeria, I don't think we should be quibbling about what we're spending to pay.
All right, because we have to have a hard stop, you're still around, so you can still ask questions. At this point, I will invite Loveth to give us a closing remark as we close.
Thank you so much. Very insightful afternoon, just engaging, especially with the teachers and the cases of inside. I think that integration is a core, really what this means to us at IHS. As an organization that is quite very big in sustainability, we believe that this is the future. The future begins now, as a matter of fact. And when I think about it, this also aligns with 3 of our corporate values. Boldness, because as an organization we are taking very ambitious steps towards doing things that we have possibly never been done. Secondly is innovation, and I've heard one or two people mention innovation. Innovation is quite cost sustainability. So when we think about how do we scale this, we should be able to reach the teachers, more teachers, to be able to reach more students, or pupils, and to be able to solve many of the world's challenges. We believe that this is a pathway to help us achieve that. And we're just so grateful for the collaboration with LSI. And we continue to reinforce our commitment as a business to continue to develop forward-thinking futuristic solutions and help us to deliver the kind of world that we want to see. Thank you, everyone.
Alright, just in case you were very here when we started, alright, I'd like to just say everybody here again, so we'll get the names right. On my immediate left, we just spoke now to Tilope Ogunsuga, is Director of Sustainability at IHS Nigeria. Esky Haynes is the Executive Director at LSI, that's the Limitless Space Institute, partners of this. Dapo Kutula is Chief Office Services Officer at IHS Nigeria. And our 2 wonderful educators and teachers, Maranatha Ha and Olayinka Adeosun. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure hosting this. My name is Silva Kempo, working corporate communications at IHS Nigeria. Alright, so move now. We're going to have a group photograph here against the board, and then we'll move into the round table session. Thank you very much.
No, it's just them that are taking It's just them that are taking